You feel it, don't you? A gnawing sense that you are constantly performing for an audience that doesn't even care. You exhaust yourself trying to persuade others that you are happy, working harder on the image of your life than on the life itself. You crave validation from people who would step over you to get ahead, yet you are terrified of being misunderstood. You speak to fill the silence because you are afraid of what the quiet might reveal about your own emptiness. But understand this, the more you try to prove your worth to them, the more you devalue yourself. You are bleeding energy into a void. Stop looking for applause in a theater full of ghosts. It is time to stop broadcasting your insecurities and start building your fortress. We live in an age where everyone is screaming to be heard, mistaking volume for value. You have been conditioned to believe that silence is weakness, that if you aren't broadcasting your every thought, you don't exist. But look at the mechanism of real power. The one who truly knows does not speak, and the one who speaks incessantly usually knows nothing. When you reveal your cards before the game has even started, you hand over your leverage. You tell the world who you are, what you fear, and what you desire, giving them the exact blueprint to dismantle you. The man who talks too much often fails because he expends his vital energy on the declaration rather than the deed. Consider the most effective predators in the wild. They do not announce their presence. They move with extreme subtlety, to the point of formlessness and soundlessness. By constantly broadcasting your intentions, you become predictable. And predictability is a death sentence in any social hierarchy. When you speak just to fill the air, you are not communicating. You are leaking. You are leaking vital information that your competition, or even your so-called friends, will store and use against you when the season changes. A fool is instantly recognized by his speech, but a master remains an enigma through his silence. You are painting a target on your back with every unnecessary word. The shift begins when you learn to listen more than you speak. Nature gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen twice as much as you talk. Wisdom comes from the quiet observation of others' mistakes, not the loud repetition of your own ego. You must learn to listen, absorb, transcribe, and transform. When you stay silent, you force others to reveal themselves. They will rush to fill the uncomfortable void, telling you their secrets, their insecurities, and their plans. While they exhaust themselves trying to impress you, you gather the intelligence needed to outmaneuver them. Silence is not empty, it is full of answers. You walk through life assuming that those closest to you are your safety net, but you fail to realize that the knife most likely to cut you is the one held by a hand you've shaken. You must understand the brutal architecture of social hierarchies. Salt and sugar look exactly the same. You trust blindly, believing that history equals loyalty, but people change as their needs change. The friend you confide in today can easily become the enemy who uses your secrets as currency tomorrow. In this competitive landscape, everyone is fighting for resources and status. Often, those around you want you to do well, but never better than them. The moment you surpass them, their support curdles into envy. Evolutionarily, we are wired to detect threats from the outside, but we are often defenseless against the threat from within the tribe. Betrayal is not an anomaly. It is a strategy used by the weak to level the playing field. When you share every detail of your life, you are handing out ammunition to people who may one day find it advantageous to shoot you down. Remember, an enemy is often just a friend who knows too much about you. If you are not careful, you will find that the people you love become your greatest weaknesses. A blow from a friend is far more devastating than a kiss from an enemy because your guard was down. The solution is not paranoia, but discernment. You must learn to be cold in your assessment of character. Watch actions, not words, for words are cheap and often used to deceive. Keep your circle small and tight. The smaller the circle, the less you have to deal with unnecessary drama and potential betrayal. It is infinitely better to walk alone in the strength of your own company than to be dragged down by bad company, simply because you fear solitude. Be careful who you trust. Build a life where you are self-sufficient enough that no defection can ruin you. Your independence is your only true shield. You spend hours agonizing over a rude comment or a judgmental look, internalizing the poison others spit at you. But you are making a fundamental error in calculation. You assume their behavior is about you. It is almost never about you. What others say and do is a projection of their own fractured reality. When someone criticizes you, they are often describing their own limitations, not yours. They attack you because you reflect something they lack: discipline, success, or freedom. If they are spitting at your back, it is only because you are standing in front of them, leading the way. This is the mechanism of the ego protecting itself. People who are dissatisfied with their own existence need a target to alleviate their suffering. By bringing you down, they briefly feel taller. It is the crab bucket mentality. If they cannot escape their misery, they will ensure you don't escape either. If someone tries to hurt you or undermine your efforts, they are already beneath you. Their judgment is a confession of their own insecurity. If you take it personally, you agree to their frame. You accept their poison as your own. To break free, you must adopt a stance of radical indifference. Other people's opinions of you are none of your business. The way they treat you is a reflection of who they are, just as the way you respond is a reflection of who you are. Do not lower yourself to their level to fight battles that don't matter. When you realize that their anger is their problem to solve, you become untouchable. You stop reacting and start observing. Let them fight their ghosts. You have a destiny to build. You believe you are in control. Yet the moment someone insults you or things don't go your way, you crumble into a heap of reactive emotion. You are a slave to your own limbic system. When you allow external events to dictate your internal state, you have handed over the keys to your kingdom. If someone can make you angry, they own you. If the future makes you anxious, you are living in a ghost story that hasn't even been written yet. You oscillate between the depression of the past and the terror of the future, completely missing the only thing that is real, the present moment. You are not free if your peace is dependent on the behavior of others. Consider the destructive nature of unchecked emotion. Anger is an acid that does more damage to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. When you react with rage, you are not displaying strength. You are displaying a lack of discipline. You are punishing yourself for someone else's mistake. Anxiety is no different. It is simply paying interest on a debt you may never owe. A mind that is constantly agitated cannot see clearly. It is like a turbulent pool of water. It reflects nothing but distortion. The weak man is easily provoked, easily offended, and easily led astray by his own volatile feelings. The path to sovereignty requires a radical pause. Between the stimulus and your response, there is a space. In that space lies your freedom. You must learn to observe your emotions without becoming them. When chaos erupts around you, be the eye of the storm. Do not speak when you are angry. You will make the best speech you will ever regret. Instead, cultivate a terrifying calmness. When you master your own mind, you become unpredictable and formidable. You stop fighting the waves and start surfing them. True power is possessing the capacity to destroy, but having the discipline to be kind and calm. You are addicted to the fantasy of achievement. You love the dopamine hit of telling people what you are going to do, but you vanish when it is time to do the actual work. You confuse motion with progress, and planning with execution. You read, you strategize, you talk, but you do not move. You are waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect feeling, the perfect setup. But the perfect moment is a lie. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not filled with words. It is filled with action. The world is full of dreamers who die with their potential still inside them because they were too afraid to take the first imperfect step. Look at the physics of reality. Nature does not rush, yet everything is accomplished. A mountain is moved not by a grand declaration, but by carrying away small stones one by one. Action is 10 times more valuable than reading about action. Words are cheap, they are merely wind. Actions are the only true currency of character. You can claim to be anything, but your habits and your output will always testify against you. If you judge a man by his words, you will be fooled. If you judge him by his actions, you will see the naked truth. The universe does not reward what you know, it rewards what you do. You must kill the part of you that needs to feel ready. Start before you are ready. Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. Stop looking for the shortcut or the elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. It is about the grind, the discipline of showing up when you don't want to, and the refusal to stop until the job is done is. Do not stop when you are tired. Stop when you are finished. Let your results make the noise so you don't have to. Build in silence and let your success be the only announcement the world needs. You spend your life running from discomfort, medicating your sadness, and distracting yourself from pain. You think suffering is a mistake, a glitch in the system that needs to be fixed, but you have it backward. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. You are soft because you have never been broken. You are weak because you have never had to carry a heavy load. The universe does not send you problems to punish you. It sends them to reveal you. When you avoid the struggle, you avoid the very thing that builds the muscle of your character. Consider the soldier who has never seen battle versus the veteran of 1,000 wars. The former has theories, the latter has scars. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but often only one in victory. When you win, you learn nothing. You only confirm your ego. When you lose, you are forced to analyze, to deconstruct, and to rebuild. If you are going through hell, it means you are in the refining fire. Do not curse the flames. The heat is necessary to burn away the impurities of your weakness. If you want to be formidable, you must first be forged. Stop wishing for an easier life. Wish for the strength to endure a difficult one. Embrace the suck. When the weight feels unbearable, do not drop it. Squat it. Transmute your wounds into wisdom. Every time life knocks you down, you have a choice. Stay down and be a victim, or get up and become a monster of resilience. The pain you feel today is the strength you will feel tomorrow. Do not let your suffering be in vain. Use it as fuel. If you can survive your own darkness, nothing in the light can ever hurt you again. You are terrified of silence because in the silence you meet the one person you cannot escape. Yourself. You surround yourself with noise and people because you do not like the company you keep when you are alone. But solitude is the price of admission for greatness. If you are lonely when you are alone, you are in bad company. You must learn to be your own best friend, your own counselor, and your own savior. The eagle flies alone. Only the crows flock together. To find yourself, you must be willing to lose others. Dependency is slavery. If you rely on others for your happiness, your validation, or your resources, you are their property. They can withdraw their support at any moment and leave you destitute. You must build a fortress of self-reliance. This is not just emotional, it is practical. Work on your own garden, so you don't have to beg for fruit from your neighbor. When you need nothing from anyone, you can deal with everyone on your own terms. True freedom is the ability to walk away from any table where respect is no longer being served. Take your financial life seriously, for money is a defense against many of life's indignities. It is not about greed, it is about autonomy. When you have resources, you have options. When you have options, you have power. Do not be the man who is enslaved by his debts or his inability to generate value. Build your skills, save your resources, and create a life where you are the master of your fate, not a passenger in someone else's vehicle. Your independence is the only thing that nobody can take away from you. You live as if you are immortal, squandering your hours on petty grievances and distractions that will not matter in a year, let alone a lifetime. You think you have time to fix things, to start that business, to say I love you, to become who you are meant to be. But this is the greatest lie you tell yourself. Time is not a renewable resource. It is a decaying asset. Every second you waste on anger, on fear, or on doom scrolling is a slice of your life that is gone forever. You are trading your limited existence for things that have zero return on investment. The clock is not ticking. It is subtracting. We have 2 lives, and the second one begins the moment we realize we only have one. Most men walk through their first life in a trance, sleepwalking toward the grave, only waking up when the shadow of death finally falls over them. By then, it is often too late. The tragedy of life is not that it ends so soon, but that we wait so long to begin it. Regret is the ghost that haunts the halls of the delayed. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. But if you are at peace, you are living in the present, the only place where you can actually act. Stop killing time before it kills you. Treat every day as a separate life. Wake up with the urgency of a man who knows the sun will set and may not rise for him again. Do not save your best efforts for a someday that is not promised. Do the hard thing now. Say the hard truth now. Be the person you admire now. Your future is not a destination you go to. It is a building you are constructing with the actions of your present. Live with such intensity and purpose that when death finally comes, it finds you with nothing left to do because you have already done it. You are exhausted because you are trying to strangle the world into submission. You grip your plans, your relationships, and your identity so tightly that you crush the life out of them. You believe that if you worry enough, if you control enough, You can force reality to bend to your will. But this attachment is the root of your suffering. The more you chase, the more it runs. The man who chases two rabbits catches neither. You are blocking your own blessings by refusing to empty your hands of the things that are no longer serving you. You are holding onto a rope that is burning your hands, afraid to let go, not realizing the fall would set you free. Water is the softest thing, yet it penetrates mountains and earth. This is the paradox of power. Flexibility beats rigidity. When you are rigid, you break. When you are fluid, you adapt. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Do not resist them, for that only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. When you stop forcing, you start flowing. When you let go of who you think you should be, you free yourself to become who you might be. The ultimate level of mastery is detachment. It is not indifference. It is the deep knowing that you will be okay regardless of the outcome. Care deeply, but do not cling. Love fiercely, but do not possess. Work hard, but surrender the result. When you are willing to walk away from anything, a deal, a person, a dream, you wield the ultimate power. Because you cannot be manipulated by fear of loss. Empty your cup so it may be filled. Create space for the better things by releasing the good things. You have been given the keys to the castle, but it is up to you to turn the lock. We have traversed the landscape of the mind, from the power of silence to the necessity of suffering, from the illusion of time to the art of detachment. You now know that the noise of the world is a distraction designed to keep you weak. You know that true strength is silent, observant, and ruthlessly self-reliant. Stop asking for permission to exist. Stop apologizing for your ambition. The world respects one thing: results. Go out there and become the anomaly. If this message woke something up in you, join the few who understand. Subscribe and never sleepwalk again.